Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it is morning. And no, it's not Monday to Friday with a normal live stream. We're here ahead of the derby today. Manchester United against Manchester City, Old Trafford, 12:30 kickoff. How are you feeling ahead of the game? We've got 70 minutes, just under 70 minutes until kickoff today in what is a crucial game in every single word of the sense of the words. Word of the sense? Don't know. Man United, we need to win. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he needs to win. And after the 5-0 humiliation to Liverpool, you cannot rule anything out from happening in this game. You cannot rule Manchester United out from winning this game. As much as we're all going into this game with a real sense of nervous tension, similar to what it was against Liverpool, right? We've got the best track record. Well, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's got the best track record of any manager against Guardiola that's played him more than 4 times. Won 50% of the games we played against him. We've kept 3 consecutive clean sheets, I believe, against Manchester City. Yet, here we are going into this game full to the brim of nervous tension. I can see everybody joining in the comments. We've got Carl Baldwin, good morning to you. Michael, good morning. Matt, Philippe, good to see you. David, good to see you. We've got, look, there's tons of you watching from all around the world. I hope you're all doing well, whether it's the morning, afternoon, or evening where you're watching from. Me, I'm absolutely crapping my pants. I'm crapping my pants. And you know exactly why. It took me a long time to get over that 6-1 against City. And then the 5-0 against Liverpool happened, and I sort of forgot about it. And now we go into this game today. It's nervous. It's confusing. Oh, sorry, I haven't shared the link on the community tab on YouTube. 1 sec, let me just do that for any members that want to join in. That might be why there's hardly anybody joining in. But let me know in the comments whilst I do this how you're feeling ahead of today. Team news is going to be out in about 6-7 minutes. It looks like Victor Lindelof is with the matchday squad. I thought he would be. Solskjaer said he expected him to be fit, and it looks like he's going to be fit. So let's see whether or not Lindelof starts. I'd kind of be surprised if he didn't, obviously because Varane's out injured. And now that Varane's out, Maguire's different. Well, Maguire was always going to start anyway. But what do you think? Let me go. 1 sec. Here is the... Oh, dear. Here is the link to the arms today. Apologies for members who are waiting for that link. I just forgot to put it on you. I put it everywhere else. I just forgot to put it on the community tab. So if you're a member on the channel on YouTube, go to the community tab now, and you will get the link to join me on the arms here today. If you're on Facebook, go to the supporters group. The link is in there. Sam is a rookie. I am a rookie indeed. Or Gary, you're saying good. Can't wait. We'll turn up today and beat them. You know, how are you feeling about it today, Reds? There's a lot of nervous tension. And there's, I would say, even more nervous tension after what happened against Liverpool. I never in a million years thought that game against Liverpool was possible. I didn't think it was possible to have a match like that. Honestly, for the life of me, I didn't. Not 5-0 against Liverpool. Not 5-0 against those at Old Trafford. I didn't think it was possible for United to go that low. But we went there. And it created this situation where we're in today. And I'm scared about what's coming next. I'm scared about what's coming next. At the same time, why am I going to be scared? Fuck it. It's City at home. Yeah, we beat them the last time there with fans. It was Martial. And then Scott McTominay came up with the goal to make it 2-0. But I don't know. I just can't help but be full of nervous tension going into it. And I suppose that's what's happened with the derby over the last quite a few years now. It's changed from them being noisy neighbours to them being the level that people are aiming towards inside the Premier League. Thomas, you'll see it. Thomas, hello, boys and girls. Drop in, say we're going to win 3-2 today. And you heard it from me. Cheers to you, Tom, sorry. 3-2. I'm obviously going to run through all the predictions. But the team news is going to be out in 4 minutes. The big question ahead of that team news coming out. Will Manchester United stick to the 3-5-2? Will Manchester United switch back to the 4-2-3-1? I'll say it here right now. I hope we stick to the 3-5-2. I think if we go anywhere near that 4-2-3-1, we are going to get torn apart by Man City. I think there's going to leave too many spaces for a team like Man City who move so much. Their movement is constant. It's going to be impossible for us to cover the spaces. There's going to be too much space in between Fred and McTominay and our defence. We need that extra body. We need the extra bodies inside our defence. not to sit there and go in a massively defensive formation. But what we can do at that point is to, I mean, there's no point going into the tactics too much until the team news comes out. But for me, I think 3-5-2 needs to be there. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I'll read a few of them out. Get yourself a beer, lad. It's 5 p.m. somewhere. Calm your nerves, says David. Well, you're right, David. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking fizzing out. Whoops. It is 5 p.m. somewhere. The holiday excuses. We can always have that. But, mate, Christian, good morning to you, saying you're doing a good job. God bless. Keep the energy going. I hope we can win today. And my prediction is 3-1. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I mean, you can't not talk about Ole going into this game. It's big for so many reasons, but in the context of the future of our manager, today is crucial, right? Today was, after the Liverpool game, we've had Spurs, we've had Atalanta, and now we've got Man City today. 3 games where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer apparently had 3 matches to save his job. I personally didn't really agree with that tone in the press. I felt that Solskjaer was being hung out to dry by the club, and I've made that abundantly clear. It's why I've not enjoyed watching these last few games, and it's why I'm not enjoying this feeling going into today. I know it's a bit of a niche reference, but it feels like the end of Braveheart today. You know, when William Wallace, spoiler alert, William Wallace gets hung, drawn, and quartered. He's there on the table, and he's got his 2 mates there in the hoods, just standing in the crowd, looking there, just like in pain, watching someone they love. And that's what I feel going into this game. That Ole Gunnar, and I hope this is just this is an overly negative feeling that won't be there. And it's not because I've got any sort of agenda. It's just my true feelings going into this game. I can't help but feel like I'm standing there watching someone who I genuinely love in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just being hung out to dry publicly. And I hope United turn up today, because we didn't turn up really against Atalanta. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo turned up, 2 fantastic goals, a great team goal for the equaliser, given that. But Ronaldo came up trump and clutch towards the end. And we turned up against Spurs in the context of saving his job. A 3-0 win against Spurs and then a draw away to Atalanta are 2 very good results, right? What happens here today? What happens here today? It could very much determine. I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's future should be determined off the back of whether or not we win today. It's annoying. Something I can see in the comments there. Christian, you're asking whether or not it's true that Cavani won't feature today. That has been the reports coming out of Uruguay yesterday, that Edinson Cavani, because of the injury that ruled him out of the Atalanta game, something to do with his tendon, he's not going to be fit and available today. That might not be the case. The team news is going to come out in approximately a minute or so, and I'll get it straight on United People's TV as soon as it does come out. But I don't think he's going to be available to play today, and that will be a huge miss against Man City, because his energy, it's everything that Cavani brings, the full package, the complete package of what he brings, his energy, his desire, his experience, everything. Right, the team news is out. Let's have a look. Greenwood starting. No, Rashford. Oh, God. Right. Okay, let's get the team news up. Let's get it up here, ladies and gents, and let's talk about it. We've got De Gea in goal. Lindelof starts. Maguire and Maguire. We're starting with the back 3. We've got Wan-Bissaka and Shaw. We've got Fernandes and Fred and McTominay, with Greenwood up front with Ronaldo. That means that Rashford's on the bench. Sancho's on the bench. Van der Beek is on the bench. Martial is on the bench. You can let me know what you think about that in the comments. Let me quickly get this team news out on Twitter and on Facebook, and I'll jump straight back into the comments with you. But that is the team news there. I suppose the biggest surprise is we see Mason Greenwood start up front with Cristiano Ronaldo instead of Marcus Rashford. That must mean that Rashford's not completely fit. He's stuck to the 3-5-2. I said to you there, I wanted us to stick to the 3-5-2. I'm happy about that. McTominay and Fred have got they need a stormer today. 3-5-2 from Solskjaer. Greenwood up front with Ronaldo. What do you think about that? Greenwood and Ronaldo up front. Are you happy with that? Do you think that's the right thing? What are the other big stories from that? Fred and McTominay in midfield, I suppose. We'll have a conversation about that too. You let me know about everything in the comments. I'll be with you, and not very long. Just let me quickly get those out. What happens when you've got to do everything yourself, right? It's called multitasking. Sometimes I'm good at it. Sometimes I'm bad at it. Today I've got it right. And that bench, Dalot, Lingard, Telles, Matic, Van der Beek, Martial, Rashford, and Sancho. You've got some game-changing subs there. You've got some game-changing subs. Let me quickly get this out here too. Right. Okay, let's go. Let's talk about it. Let me go down to the comments and see what you're saying. Fred again. Jordan, you're not happy with Fred. Cindy, you're not happy with Fred. In my own opinion, I think Fred is crucial today. Don't slate Fred for real. I mean, you can slate Fred. Of course, you can slate Fred, but I don't think Fred should be getting any criticism. Not at the moment. If I'm looking at the starting 11, there was only one I got wrong, and that was Mason Greenwood there starting instead of Rashford. As I said, that's the thing that's caught me by surprise. I'm not surprised by the 3-5-2. I'm not surprised by Fred and McTominay. I'm not surprised that Bailly starts, Lindelof starts, and Maguire starts. Greenwood's the only surprise there. Chris in the comments, nice to see you there, buddy. You're saying surprising lineup. Just how fit is Lindelof? That's going to be the big question there. Lindelof, is he 100% fit? Probably not. Maguire, when he played Leicester, was he 100% fit? No, he wasn't. He was about 20% fit. Players are playing when they are not fit. But Fred and McTominay in midfield today. I personally, and let's being honest here, I think you should probably worry more about McTominay than you should about Fred. McTominay against Atalanta, I thought he was poor. I thought McTominay got away with it a little bit there because of how bad Paul Pogba was. There was no real focus on the underperformance of Scott McTominay. Now McTominay though is somebody I would expect to come into this derby and just find a different level. He's that sort of player that goes somewhere else inside these derbies. We've seen it in pretty much every derby he's played so far because he's come through the academy. The derby to him is far more important. It's a little bit got a bit of emotion attached to it, and that's what you want. Paul Pogba obviously banned today for anybody that's forgotten about that. So that's why Paul Pogba is nowhere near that starting 11. But Rashford, yeah, I'm guessing Rashford's not fit. Why else would Rashford not be starting? That's a bit of a confusing one. I'll pull the team news back up here so we can have a look. So yeah, you've got De Gea, Lindelof, Bailly, Maguire. I'll be interested to see what side they play on. I'm guessing it's going to be Bailly on the right-hand side, Lindelof on the left behind Luke Shaw. Let's see whether Man City's team news has come out. I'm sure it would have. Let's have a look. Yeah, their starting 11 is out. Edison in goal with Walker, Diaz. So Walker's fit to play. Guardiola was concerned as to whether or not Kyle Walker would be fit to play. So it's Cancelo and Walker as their two fullbacks. Diaz and Stones. Rodrigo and Gundogan in the middle with Bernardo, De Bruyne, Jesus, and Foden. No Grealish in the starting 11. Well, that's a surprise. They're actually playing Jesus. They're actually playing a number 9. Let me know what you think about the Man City lineup as well. I'll head down. I'll start bringing a few of you in from the arms, or I can see you waiting there patiently. I'll bring you in, sir. First in the queue. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, Sam. How are you? I'm good. I'm
doing all right. Let's talk to me about the team.
Greenwood starting. That's definitely a surprise, as you said before. I would have played Rashford if maybe Rashford's not fit, or he planning to bring him on later on in the game. Lindelof. I hope he's fairly fit. We don't want another repeat of Harry Maguire against the Leicester game where
No, we don't.
He was atrocious, and let's just hope he doesn't get injured. Because if he gets injured, who do we bring him on? We haven't got.
You're probably no. If he gets injured, Man United will do exactly what we did against Atalanta. We'll immediately switch formations and we'll go to a 4-2-3-1, which I don't like doing. I didn't like that against Atalanta. It worked actually. If I'm being honest, it did work, but it's just a bit of a risk.
And Greenwood has never played with Cristiano, has he? I can't remember the two of them playing.
Not inside of two.
System. He's
played on the right hand side of a 3, but he's never played in the role that maybe Cavani's done the best.
Sure.
Let's be honest, it's only happened a few times. Spurs was the first time I think we played 3-5-2 this season. So a lot has been said about Greenwood and Ronaldo kind of clashing, not really working together. So does that worry you today, or do you think that's just the media?
Greenwood is he's a number 9. He once he sees the sight of goal, he's just going to go for it. So he's not a winger. So I don't expect that. So also, I think Fred's going to have to be on his game today, because he's going to have the whole of Manchester City just running at him. And the thing with Manchester City, right? All their goals are shared. There's no one particular player who's been scoring all the goals. I think their leading goal scorer is Mahrez. I think he's on like 8 this year, 7 or 8. But yeah, they've got players on like 8 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals. They're all being shared, so that the goals is not going to be an issue for them. I just hope Harry Maguire doesn't do Harry Maguire stuff that he's been doing lately.
I mean, if there's a team he's most likely to do it against, it probably is Man City, simply because of how quickly they move the ball from left to right. Man City are probably one of the best teams at doing their horizontal passing. A lot of teams do. Well, United are very good at doing passing sideways, but that doesn't really threaten them. But City do it so quickly that it drags you out of position. So that's probably going to be what they try and do with Harry Maguire. And when they've got Cancelo and Walker as the 2 wingers, it's going to be a tough day today.
They're rapid as well. The 2 of them.
Yeah,
Walker's fast.
They're all rapid.
Yeah,
they're all rapid as hell. So you're going to have to see. You're going to have to see Shaw and Wan-Bissaka really put in a proper stint today. Chris there in a comment saying he's glad that we didn't revert to 4-2-3-1, and now we've actually got a chance of winning slightly more realistic now. Do you agree with that? That with that formation that United have got a better chance?
Yes, Manchester City's weakness is when they get caught out on the counter. So if you can get behind the defense with enough pace, and that's why I thought Rashford would have been perfect for this game. Just the pace behind the defenders. So because they play such a high line, if you can get the ball behind them, they're very vulnerable. So we'll see. Yeah. I want us to win. Definitely, my heart says we've got a chance, but my head's telling me, whoa.
What's your prediction
City score, reverse psychology.
3-2. Sod your reverse psychology. Give me your actual prediction.
2-1 United.
You're going 2-1 United, yeah?
We'll score first. It'll be 1-1 in the first half, and then we'll do a 78th minute winner.
Geez, that's a bit. That is very particular. Very particular indeed.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think we'll win. We're definitely, because Ole's got a pretty good record against Pep. So
it does have. That's the funny thing about it, right? People love trying to slate Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as the PE teacher, but his record against Guardiola, he's beaten Klopp, he's beaten Mourinho, he's beaten Tuchel, he's beaten the top managers in world football over a 90-minute period. What he hasn't been able to do is put that into an actual season. So I don't. Carry on.
I was going to say we're usually really pretty good against teams who actually come, try to attack us. That's our weakness, is when the teams sit back and we have to try to break them down. So we'll see.
We'll see indeed. Right, I'll take your 2-1 win, and I'll put that in the little pocket. 2-1. I'll take that very much. But enjoy yourself all, and I'm sure I'll speak to you soon, buddy.
Okay, see you, mate.
Take it easy. Right. Well, so we're always going for a 2-1 win there, and you get your predictions in the comments, eh? We've still got plenty of time left in the show. What I'm going to do next is head over to the tactical board. We're going to take a look at Man City starting 11, Man United's 11, and we're probably going to look at what's the spaces that we can exploit, because it's important here that that Manchester United, go for the weaknesses that City do have, and City have weaknesses, man. Let's not say City a couple of years ago were absolutely infallible. You'd look at that Man City team and you'd be like, they do not have a weakness. There's nothing really that we can do to exploit and expose that team. Then we look at Man City's results this year. That's very, very different. Very, very different indeed, because only, 2 weeks ago? Not even 2 weeks ago. Was it the last Premier League game? Yeah. Beaten 2-0 at home by goddamn Crystal Palace. Now, of course, they had a red card in that game, but they lost 2-0 at home to Crystal Palace in their most recent game. They were taken to... Let's pull the results up here. This is not the City team of old, right? Because, and remember this too, this blows my mind. Zoom in, you stupid thing. Come on, there we go. Right. This blows my mind. Manchester United, if we win today, go level on points with Manchester City. And you know how our season's gone, right? All the feelings we've had towards Solskjaer, towards the club, towards the football we've been playing, and we can go level on points with City if we win today. Mate, football's mad. Football is absolutely just bonkers. And look at these results, man. As I said, this is not the City of old. Obviously, they spanked Bruges, lost 2-0 at home to Crystal Palace, drew there with West Ham, and went out on penalties. Obviously, beat, and then we get into some pretty damn good results. And that game there, I'm not sure if you watched that game. The level of football on show in this game was absolutely unreal. The sort of levels that Manchester United haven't really got anywhere near for a long, long time. And we were on the wrong end of that with the 5-0, right? We saw how good Liverpool were and how bad Manchester United were by comparison. And that's the fear going into today, because if this City team clicks and Manchester United's team doesn't click, it could all come crumbling down. It strikes me as that 5-0 won't happen again. John, you're saying we'll get battered. I don't know. As much as I fear it, I don't think we're going to be looking at a repeat today. I don't think Man United will go anywhere near as open in that first 10, 15 minutes. What we did try to do against Liverpool, rightly or wrongly, we tried to go at them, go with them, and try to control the pace of the game in the first 5 to 10 minutes. And we had no idea what we were doing, right? No idea what we were doing. And we got torn apart. Now, I don't think we'll do that against City. It's not like I'm expecting us to come out and just sit and hold the ball and try and squeeze the game out, because you're not. You're United at home in a derby at Old Trafford against City. That won't happen. But I don't expect United to come out and be as open as we were against Liverpool. And you certainly won't be as open, not with the formation that we've got. So let's head over to the tactical board now and let's have a quick discussion about it. Before I do, because there's going to be plenty of you watching today that don't normally tune in, welcome to United People's TV. Please make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe. And also, we're doing the giveaways here. So Luke Hayes on Facebook, he won the first Ronaldo 7 shirt. CR7 shirts being given away every single week here on United People's TV between now and Christmas. All you got to do to join is join as a member. Join as a member on YouTube. Hit the join button just below, or there's a link in the description. Or if you're watching on Facebook, hit the support now button, or there's a link in the description too. It's your way of A, supporting the channel, helping United People's TV grow, and B, you automatically get entered into a weekly draw every single week, giving one of these shirts away between now and Christmas. Now, that is a reason to sign up. So that was just saying that for anybody that hadn't seen that before, because there's plenty of you who are watching now that maybe don't join in the morning live streams. Chris, good morning to you, sir. Everyone thinks we have no chance. So did the Palace fans. We just need to turn up and play proper football. Then there's every chance that we'd steal the points. I don't want Manchester United to steal the points today. I want Manchester United to... The performance is so crucial today for you. The result is obviously the most important thing, right? But Man United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, this is what we need to do. Is you can't go out in a game like this against City and just get steamrolled, played off the park, and then come up with a late winner like the Villarreal game. I don't think that will really serve what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs, what Manchester United fans want to see. The performance is equally as important today. It's about having that confidence to play football properly. And we haven't done it that often. But the last 2 games, whether you liked the full 90 minutes or not against Atalanta, it was a very good overall team performance against Spurs. 3-0 win. It was a very good result overall in Atalanta. Very good might be wrong. It was a good result in Atalanta. A 2-2 draw kept us top of our Champions League group. Means that we now go to Villarreal with the next game and know that we'll go through if we win. Easy. We can be through after 5 games. That'll be a good situation. But this game against City today, if we lose, let's have a look at the Premier League table, actually. If we lose today, I think there's an opportunity for us to go 11 points behind Chelsea in the Premier League, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. I might be correct. Let me quickly pull up the table and find out. So right now, Man United are 8 points behind. Yeah, I was right. So we're currently 8 points. Oh, no, 11 points we can go behind. We're currently 8 points behind Chelsea right there. If we lose today and they win, yeah, no, I was right. Am I right? 28? No, 11 points. We could go 11 points behind Chelsea if we lose today and Chelsea win. And I believe, who are Chelsea playing? I can't remember. Let's have a look. Scores and fixtures. Chelsea at home against Burnley. So we can pretty much bank on Chelsea winning that game So if we lose today, we go 11 points behind. Area, you've entered the draw. Welcome as a member. Nice to have you on board, my friend. And as always, the members, you all get access to the private members WhatsApp group. Check the community tab on YouTube. You can come in and join there. You want to be in there for the match. It's going to be a busy game. But let's quickly, as I said, take a look at the tactics and we can have a quick discussion. This is probably going to be how City line up. You've probably got Edison. Obviously, you've got Stones and Diaz with Cancelo on the left and Walker on the right. Gundogan and Rodri, I believe, in the middle. And who's up front? Let's have a look. Their front four are Bernardo, De Bruyne, Jesus, and Foden. So you're looking at Jesus maybe playing as a false nine, not sure. De Bruyne there, Foden on the right, Bernardo Silva on the left. Mate, they've just got danger. And probably their biggest danger, man, it's going to be this guy. Cancelo got 3 assists in the midweek game against Bruges from left back. He really is on fire as far as form goes. So Wan-Bissaka, I don't know who's going to play on the left there. Is it going to be Phil Foden there or is it going to be Bernardo Silva? Not sure. Doesn't really matter. But you're going to see Cancelo really wanting down. And this might work in United's favour, right? Because this is where Manchester United need to hit on the counter-attack. City will come at us. City will come fast. And what we have always said about this Ole Gunnar Solskjaer team is typically you look at Leeds, you look at Newcastle when they were going for the equaliser. When teams come at Manchester United and they leave space in behind, it's always when we play best. Because then we can play fast. We can play through the transitions very quickly. We don't have to worry about too much build-up play because we can play 3 passes and be through on goal. That, if you're looking at a style of what Solskjaer's done well, that's when United have played the best. When we're playing against an aggressive team that leaves spaces and we can boom, through, run with pace, go direct. That's where Solskjaer's been good. And that's where we can do it today because we know that Cancelo is going to be overlapping there. Wan-Bissaka is going to get doubled up on, but that doesn't really matter that much because, look, you've got Eric Bailly there. You've got a back 5 that can shift across like that, cover the space while still not leaving too much space down here. And that's the benefit of a back 5 here is you can cope better with the overlaps that come from City's fullbacks because they will be overlapping and they will be overlapping hard and fast because Cancelo and Walker are both absolutely bloody rapid. And they're going to be covering defensive spaces as well. So it's not as if they're going to be left with a huge ton of space in behind. But this is probably where I said this against Atalanta and it didn't really work. But when you're looking at situations like this, what you really want is for one of your midfielders to drop into this range here and to be looking for that. All of a sudden, if Cancelo's there, boom, McTominay, you've got to be looking for those passes up to Greenwood. Then you've got to see Bruno coming over there to support him. Then you've still got Ronaldo, and you've got 3 players who can play in a triangle here and do something going forward. It means that when playing with a 3-5-2, you shouldn't really see Ronaldo too isolated. He massively gets isolated inside that 4-2-3-1 and gets starved of any service. So playing that, it's going to be interesting. Who do you think is going to be, hypothetically, ladies and gents, if Manchester United win today, who do you think is going to be the most important player and why? You let me know in the comments and I'll read out your opinions here because it'll be interesting to know exactly where you stand on that. But Greenwood is as I said, from that starting 11, Greenwood's the only one I'm surprised at. I didn't see Greenwood in that starting 11. I saw Marcus Rashford there. But as I showed there earlier, let me put it up again. Marcus Rashford has been under the weather for the past few days. So it seems like Rashford, that's why he's been left outside of that starting 11. Doesn't mean he can't make the bench, but we're saying there. Right, let me see which player you think is going to be the most significant and the most important for Manchester United. Pastor Fred will play Jesus today. Take off, I know what you're doing there. Very nice. Ronaldo, because he scores, says Chalex. Bailly or De Gea, says Matt Blanky. Or you're saying Bailly or Fred. Wan-Bissaka. Darren saying, are you asking Greenwood to pass the ball? Hey, look, Greenwood's selfishness is something that should not be coached out of his game. Should not be coached out of the game. I want that confidence and that swagger about yourself. But Greenwood has to learn that it's not just always about keeping your head down. And mate, Greenwood's putting some fantastic crosses, putting some fantastic assists. It's not as if Greenwood always looks down. But there's a comment there that caught my eye, and you might be right here, Jonathan. Sorry, saying Ronaldo will be massively isolated. We won't see the ball. Yeah, we're not. I don't think we're going to be dominating possession in any way, shape, or form here. That's not going to happen. And whether or not Ronaldo is isolated depends on the quality of the balls that are going to come out from the back. If we see McTominay or Fred simply just hoofing it long, letting it loop up, then it's going to be Ronaldo going up against Diaz and Stones to win a header. You're going to lose that. You're going to lose that. And then Greenwood will find himself isolated. It's whether or not we can find those passes through that aren't just like hit and hope, Hail Mary, long balls. If we can find those passes into a little bit of space, say over there, that's what I'm talking about. Because this is where United have to be aggressive. When you've got Walker and you've got Cancelo operating more as like deeper wingers than they do as fullbacks, that will leave a little bit of space here. And it depends on the quality of the ball that can go into these areas. Over to Ronaldo if he drops to the right, over to Greenwood if he drops to the left. And then, of course, Ronaldo's going to get swarmed like that. And that's where Bruno's going to have to come in here. And that's where you can start seeing overloads and you can start seeing spaces appearing for someone like Greenwood or for someone like Ronaldo. United will not have any sort of measure of possession today. United will not have any sort of measure of control in the same way that we had against Spurs in the 3-0 win. We have to take our chances when they come, and we have to take them fast because today will be a very, very fast game. Right, I head down to the arms here. Enough of me chatting shit. Let me bring who we've got Craig here waiting patiently. How you doing, buddy? All the way from South Africa, my man. Headphones on, sir. Oh, internet's gone. He'll come back. Wait for it. There he is. He's back in the room. How you doing, Craig?
Here we go. Yeah, I'm good, and you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. What do you think about the team? What you worried about?
Yeah, definitely the Scott. McTominay, he had a bad game against Atalanta. And Greenwood, that is a problem. Because him and Ronaldo, they didn't, start enough games to know how they must play with each other. And I think that is going to be an issue there, because I know that to be a forward or to be a striker, you must be in with goals, or if you see there's opportunity for you to score, and that I just want him to, if he sees that Ronaldo is running for space, and I just want him just to pass the ball through if he sees that run, So for me today, the run of Ronaldo will be also important for him to see as well, So yeah, and I think Matic, he must have been alongside Fred in midfield actually,
Nah, I don't think Matic was ever going to play today. He's just not.
He
doesn't move quick enough. But what's your prediction then, Craig? What do you think?
Look, I'm still the last time when I said a clean sheet, that was against Liverpool, and wow, what a battle it was here by us in Cape Town. Everybody was like stoning me. Everybody's like, oh, come to the Liverpool side. So I told them, nah, that will never happen. But my prediction, I will still stick to. I want us to have. Okay. I will just go for it. It will be a 2-0 for us.
2-0, yeah? Jeez, you need to stop drinking this early, man.
Look, this will be just for the game, Can you see it?
I can see it, yeah.
Can you see it?
I can.
Is it? And this was for my exams, for my final exams. This was for my final exams. I'm gonna get probably the results next month, but I feel strong that I will. But if we win today, this thing will. I will open it. It today.
Good. Well, you might need to open it after we get beaten 4-0 as well. It might be open either way. That's all I'm saying. Prepare to open it.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Take it easy, man. Enjoy your Southern Comfort. And I hope you're right with the 2-0. And congrats on your exams as well. Well done.
Thanks, Evan.
Take Take it easy,
Chat
buddy.
later.
Man, I love the South African accent. I wish I had that. I've just got the boring English one. But no, Craig's going for 2-0. Orr's going for 2-1. That's 2 victories. Man, you people keep that hope up. Do you remember how happy I was going into that Atalanta? The pre-match show we had before Atalanta, it was like so everybody was happy, everyone was high-fiving, sharing beers, hugging, having a great time, and then we're like, for fuck's sake, we're shit again. And I was like, well, I learned my lesson there. I don't think I honestly don't think a hammering, that 5-0 isn't going to happen again. I don't think it will. At the same time, I just can't rule out City coming out and dominating United. I think it's going to be a pretty painful game to watch. Even if we win, I think it's going to be quite a painful game to watch. I think City will control possession. City will control the ball. City will control the tempo of the game. And City will basically decide what happens and when it happens. And Manchester United will have to come out and be clinical as hell today. Clinical as hell. We really need to make sure that when we get our chances, that we take our chances. Just get the ball on target. You can't ask strikers to score from every shot, but just get shots away. Something that I found really annoying, actually. Last, I don't know, a few weeks or so, a couple of months, actually, found that Manchester United always get shots blocked. Like we always seem to get players behind the ball and the shot just gets blocked before it gets to the goalkeeper. I want to see us taking more pot shots. Ronaldo had a shot within the first 20, 30 seconds against Atalanta, and it set a little bit of a tone. Obviously, it didn't really work out, but something we need to talk about, eh? I'll head down to the comments. I'll get your opinions. What do you think about Jadon Sancho so far? I think it's probably about time that we really kind of have to talk about Jadon Sancho. I think I'll do a video on him next week. Today, he were playing his former team. He's on the bench. Sancho could obviously come off the bench and still play. What's your opinion on Jadon Sancho so far? I'll head down to the arms. I'll get another one of you in. I can see Anuj there waiting patiently. I'll bring him in. How you doing there, Anuj?
Hey Sam, how are you, man?
How you doing? I'm doing good. What's your feeling going into the game today then with that team?
I was surprised when I saw Greenwood there. I thought Rashford would have started. And I'm a little worried about Lindelof because in last few games, Ole has he has the tendency to play unfit players. Like we saw Maguire against Leicester, Varane against Atalanta, and now Lindelof.
He kind of had to start him today, really, because of Varane being out. We don't even have a centre back on the bench. You could probably drop Luke Shaw in as a third centre back and play Telles.
Yeah.
I think that's what could happen if one of them gets injured. But what do you think is going to go wrong today? No, sod that. What's going to go right? How are we going to win this game? That's what I'm saying.
I'm predicting 3-0 United.
3-0 United. Oh my God, you've seen the 2-0 and you've raised it, right?
I have been saying since yesterday, man, that we are going to win.
You have actually.
Because,
I did see that. You think Eric Bailly is going to be man of the match? I've seen your comments.
Yeah. I've got a good feeling about this, but I have been proven wrong so many times in the past. So let's see. I hope I'm not proven wrong.
We've all been stung. We've all been stung by that, and just don't worry about that. But no, 3-0, mate. I'd take 3-0 all day. Yeah, I'm worried about Greenwood, but at the same time, I'm also not worried about Greenwood. Greenwood's been, he's performed this season. Yes, he's had some real dips, but Greenwood's really grown again this season. And the fact that he's starting this game, that Solskjaer's trusting him to start this game, is a big, maybe if Cavani was fit, Greenwood wouldn't be starting. Don't think he probably would be. But I'm not too worried.
Greenwood should adjust. I mean, he's selfish, and that's good. I mean, Ronaldo was selfish when he was a kid, and where is he now? He's famous. So, but if Greenwood sees Ronaldo in space, he should pass the ball.
We'll see. We need that today. We definitely need that today. But mate, I'll take your 3-0. So that's 3 wins. You've gone for a 3. Craig's gone for a 2-0. Patrice,
what's your prediction?
I'll save my prediction. I'll save my prediction for the end. Don't you worry about that. But mate, enjoy the game today. Thank you very much for coming on, man. And I'll bring some more in soon. So we've got 3 predictions and 3 wins. It's like none of us ever bloody learned. This is exactly what happened in the Atalanta game, and all of us were left with egg on our faces. Seriously, people, learn from your mistakes, or don't learn from your mistakes. It's the hope that kills you, right? That's what football does. football has this insane ability. I don't know anything else in life that can do it, that it just punishes you and you keep coming back. You just keep coming back. And every single year, you come in with a new hope that you didn't have last season. You think, oh, no, it's different this year. Oh, it's all going to change this year. It has this incredible ability to renew itself. And, well, the hope's been renewed, eh? Somehow. Let's see if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been speaking ahead of the game. Let's see. Go over to social media and put it up. As always, make sure, welcome to United People's TV, ladies and gents. If you're new in town, drop a like on the video. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes, eh? I've never set a like target before. I mean, we're never going to get to 1,000 likes. Probably won't even get to 200. But please drop a like on the video if you would and you're enjoying it. Keep getting your predictions in the comments. Let's head over and see what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is saying ahead of kickoff, which is just under 30 minutes away now. Right, this is what Ole's saying. Solskjaer. There you go. Let's pull this one up. Let's look at United reports instead of that social list. Right. Solskjaer. Lindelof's back. I always felt he was going to make it. You're never sure, but I'm very pleased to have him back. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer there, not indicating that there's any sort of concerns with Lindelof's fitness at all. I'd be surprised if he's 100% fit, though, if I'm being completely honest. Solskjaer, we've had a couple of issues since Italy. Eddie has been one of them, and Marcus was only cleared this morning. He's had a problem as well, but luckily he can be on the bench and hopefully, if he needs to, come on. I absolutely do think that Rashford will be coming on at some point during the game. Scroll up, see what else Solskjaer has been saying. He has said that Greenwood's been one of the big pluses this season. He's grown, matured, and of course, it's a good chance for him against City. And that I won't disagree with. I won't disagree with that. I think Greenwood has grown. Greenwood has matured. Remember him at the start of the season? Well, the equaliser against Southampton, the winner against Wolves. I think he scored in 3 or 4 games in a row, didn't he, at the start? Mason Greenwood was the only person really hitting the start of the season very, very well. And he's been given a big role today, a big, big role with Cavani out. As I said, if Cavani was fit, I imagine Cavani probably would have started there. But Cavani's not fit, and Rashford's not 100% fit. So he's gone for Greenwood. He could have gone for Jadon Sancho in this position if he wanted to. He couldn't. I mean, he could technically have played Lingard there, but he's gone for Mason Greenwood, and I hope Mason Greenwood can absolutely storm it. Let me head down to the comments and read a few of your comments out here. Chris, you're saying Pep's strategy is to target Maguire of set pieces. I'm sure of it. Let's see what goes on with Maguire today. Maguire has massively got a point to prove. Maguire's our goddamn captain, man. And the performances he's been putting in simply are they're not even below par. They're just downright crap. And Maguire's got to, at some point, come out of the, form is temporary, class is permanent. That's what they always say. Maguire's form's not particularly, I mean, a couple of months is still temporary in the grand scheme of football, but it's been a sustained dip that just the dips keep going further. Again, I would say Maguire's pretty reflective of how Manchester United overall have been playing. But I wouldn't rule out Maguire turning up today. I wouldn't rule out any Manchester United player properly turning up today. And that's what I mean. You don't know what United is coming up. You don't know which United is going to turn up. But if that United does turn up, the one that played so well against Spurs, the one that played so well against Leeds, the one that played so well against Newcastle in the second half after we equalised, we can do it today. It's just that whether or not that team that played against Liverpool turns up, and if that team turns up, then, yeah, you're going to need some clean kicks after the game because it's going to be pretty messy. Salim, I can see you there waiting there patiently, sir. I'll bring you in. How are you feeling, my friend?
Hello, Sam.
Are you feeling chirpy? You feeling happy? Feeling ready?
I'm happy. City never scared me,
No?
Yes. For me, I saw City more in the Coca-Cola Championship than the Premier League, so they don't scare me.
Oh yeah. What's your feeling? What's your feeling about today then? If you're going in without fear, do you think that team could do it there?
They can do it. Like Chris said, they will target Maguire, not in the set piece. When I saw Jesus, so they will go for him. So Fred and Luke Shaw must be close to him. So we have to sit back and hit them on the counterattack. So I think this is the way.
I mean, yeah, I'm far more. I agree with comments earlier that I am more confident about United getting a win today because we're not in the 4-2-3-1. I think
Yes,
if we had tried to match up with City in that shape, we would have
yes.
got torn to shreds. We would have got torn to shreds. So
We need
that's
our
a smart thing.
yes, we need our CDM to drop to Maguire and the right side to prevent the overlap from Cancelo.
I don't think we'll really be able to prevent the overlap, but I suppose that's what playing 5 at the back can give you. As I said, it allows Wan-Bissaka to basically follow the runner. Because normally, if you're playing in a 4-2-3-1 and you've got Cancelo on the overlap,
Mhm.
Wan-Bissaka can't really afford to track the runner because he'd leave too much space between him and the right
Yeah.
hand side centre back. That doesn't really happen
My
when you play 5 at the back. They can
my
sort of
my
drag
issue
across.
is Maguire. My issue is Maguire.
Yep.
If he put Jesus and Bernardo Silva is playing,
Yep.
yes, those small player around him will cause problem. So we need to prevent that from happening.
Do you think that we could see City, maybe if you're playing Jesus there on Maguire and you've got De Bruyne there in the sort of the Bruno role, can you see
Yes.
City maybe surprising us all and going through the middle a lot more than the overlaps with Cancelo and Walker?
They can do that, you know. City is so flexible and you don't know what Pep is preparing for us. So we have to be very disciplined on the pitch.
Mate,
If you
I
recall
mean,
the goal against Atalanta, we were all on our box and it was a cross and no one go for the ball.
mhm. So what's your prediction then? Obviously, you don't fear City. You don't fear the noisy neighbours.
Yes, I don't fear them. We will, let's be, obviously we cannot keep clean sheet. So
Obviously.
yeah. Let's go for 2-1 for United.
So you're going to join the Or gang. You're going for a 2-1.
Yes. The
Mate,
worst
I'll take that.
scenario is for us, it's draw.
Why is that? Surely a loss would be
Because no. Because City, I saw some City games. They don't have a finisher like we have Ronaldo.
Yeah, they don't.
They play well, but they miss a lot of chances.
Mate, I hope that. Yeah, you're right that they don't play with that. That's not their style of football. They basically grind teams down like just a coffee grinder, just constantly going and going and going until they create a situation where they can cut it back and just do it, score a little sweaty goal. That's what they do. That's what they do very well. So that's why it's going to be such an exhausting game. It's why we needed 5 at the back because you got to stop that.
We
City
need
won't.
5 at the back.
Yeah, you're right
And
there.
discipline.
You're right there. Discipline. Well, we didn't have that against Liverpool. Christ, we need discipline today. But Salim, I hope you're right. I hope you're nice and happy after this game. I hope you're going for a 2-1 win. We all fear the worst, but let's hope we're right because there's four
I don't
predictions so
fear the
far.
worst, you know. Sam, we know Ole what is made of. We cannot expect that team gonna perform or we become Bayern or I don't know in one night.
Yeah,
we
we
lost
know our
back
levels.
Lindelof. I hope he can hold on.
Yep.
Because we did that with Pogba. He got injured again. We did that with Maguire. You see the results. We did that to Varane. He's out for a month. Hopefully, international break. We don't miss him a lot.
Hope so. But no, we'll
Hope
see.
so, yes.
Mate, I'll definitely take that 2-1 today. Enjoy the game, and I'll no doubt I'll see you in the comments in the match reaction.
Yes.
Take it easy,
Let's
buddy.
go for it.
Hey, look, Ant, you're in the comments as well. Nice to see you there, Ant. Not joining in, but you're saying I think we're going to see a 3-2 today. I don't see it being a good performance either. Everybody keep firing your predictions in the comments. David, you're saying 3-1 against City. Well, to United, not against City. 2-1 to United, says Frankie Sophie. 2-0 to United, sorry. Jeez, that's some fizzy beer. My God. Chris, you're joining the 2-1 club. Woo! My God. Goddamn fizz. Anyway, the fizz is gone. I hope the fizz leaves City. But, that's... Salim's right. We do know our levels here, right? We do know how Manchester United play. We're not expecting all of a sudden today to this like prime 99 team to come out of absolutely nowhere to be playing like inch perfect 20-yard through balls with wonderful whipped crosses. We're capable of moments like that. We know that. We're Moments FC. But when you've got a player like Cristiano Ronaldo, the moments are that much better. And with Ed, man, we've got to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo, eh? Ronaldo's back. Ronaldo's playing his first City derby for Ronaldo. It's going to be a big one. A big one. When he left United in 2008, City was still the noisy neighbours. City was still nothing but a bit of an inconvenience, wearing light blue, bit annoying, Craig Bellamy, that sort of team. Stephen Ireland, Richard Dunn, whatever the crap players they had. That's the City that Ronaldo remembers. And in the 12 years since, everything's turned on its head in Manchester. He doesn't know. He hasn't played this team. He hasn't walked into this team playing against this sort of City team, going into this sort of derby with these sorts of feelings. He's not used to it. And I don't think Ronaldo will settle for that. And Ronaldo, we know, has been, we've seen the meme, and I know it's the meme taking a piss out of United, but it's bloody accurate. Squid Game, Ronaldo there holding Solskjaer up to stop him in the red light game. That's red light, green light, and it's exactly what he's been doing. Ronaldo has been propping us up and stopping us from drowning. And what we need to do today is get that head, instead of just keeping our head above water, we've got to get our chest out of the water, man. We've got to come out of the mire and out of the mud. And we've got to do it today against City. So Ronaldo, for me today, is going to be crucial. I can see it in the comments there. Plenty of you are still fearful that Ronaldo's going to find himself pretty isolated. I do fear that as well. It all depends on how good United are at playing out from the back with the ball. If United simply get pressed too much and we're scared and we just loop it long, we're just going to find ourselves in a constant cycle of kicking it long, going back into defense, kicking it long, going back into defense. And if we do that, it is inevitable that City will score. We can't let that pattern emerge inside this game. What we need to do somehow is take that away from City. Whether that means trying to hold possession, whether that means getting the ball up to Ronaldo. I don't know what that is. I'll be honest. I don't know what that is. We all know what we think it might be. And it might be Manchester United hitting the space in behind Cancelo, hitting the space in behind Walker after they go aggressively forward. That's probably where we're going to have our most luck. That's where the most space would exist on the pitch. That area there and that area there, which is why Ronaldo dropping wide there. Luke Shaw, that's why you play with three. That's why you play with three at the back, because you've got Luke Shaw then afforded to do the overlap, because then if he gets caught, you've got Lindelof can move across. Fred can move across. McTominay can move across. Maguire can move across. So can Baye. So can Wan-Bissaka. And instead of there being a huge space still on that right-hand side, the space is covered. And all of a sudden, we've got Luke Shaw up here. That's why you use the 3-5-2. That's why it's good. And that's why if you use it correctly, it can offer so much more on a counter-attack than a 4-2-3-1 without losing any sort of defensive shape and leaving yourself susceptible to the counter-attack. And Man United can't afford to do that either. As much as we want to hit them on the counter-attack, we can't get hit on the counter-attack by City. It's going to be a balancing act today, a proper balancing act. And that is why United have to play well. And JK, you'd think it's going to be a bit of a stalemate today. 0-0 after a boring stalemate. Both managers happy to take the point. Well, that's the first one prediction here. JK, well, you've got T agreeing with you. That must be true, then. Jonathan, you're saying Tuchel tried a 3-5-2 sitting back and couldn't get a footing in the game against City. So we do need to be brave at times, like we were before lockdown with the same system against them. Yeah, we do need to be brave. And I'm sure there will be elements of that going into the game today. I'm sorry, I've been chatting shit too long. There's only 15 minutes left. I'll bring another one. And I can see you waiting there patiently, sir. I'll bring you in. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you.
Yeah, all right, mate. Not too bad. Not too bad, thanks. Bit worried.
How are you? Yeah, you worried?
Yeah, I'm concerned. I mean, I don't know if you remember before the Atalanta game, I said that I thought Maguire was going to get targeted on that left-hand side of the defence, and that's exactly what happened. And I think it's going to happen again today. De Bruyne and Jesus are going to move around. They're going to drag Maguire out of position, and that's going to leave spaces for Gundogan and Foden to exploit. I can't see anything but a loss today, to be honest, if I'm honest.
If you're looking at that City team, who do you think is going to be the focal point for them? Obviously, De Bruyne is your main man that they're going to play through, but do you think it's going to be De Bruyne that causes the problems, or is it someone like Foden that does it?
I think Foden's going to be taking care of Lindelof He's going to have his hands full, and I think Bailly's probably going to have to double up with Lindelof to take care of him. That's going to leave plenty of space for people like De Bruyne, Jesus, and I think Gundogan's going to cause us trouble pushing through from their middle.
Yeah, I suppose it depends. That's going to be. Is it Gundogan and Rodri playing there? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
No, Rodrigo. Sorry, no, that is Rodri.
Rodri.
Yeah, it is Rodri. But yeah, he's a dangerous player.
You'll see Jesus go out wide. I think that'll pull Maguire out of position. Luke Shaw's going to have to get back to try and cover him. That's going to leave space for Gundogan to push into. And we know De Bruyne can destroy us with his through balls.
He can. Yeah,
great.
I do fear about that. I'll be honest. That's a little bit of a fear of mine, is that we might focus so much on the overlapping fullbacks and the width that City have, that De Bruyne's then going to have all the space in the world to just kind of drive through the middle. And then if he gets into that position, it's madness. It's madness, eh? But what's your prediction there? You think it's going to be a loss?
3-2 to City. I think we'll score because they are weak at the back on the counter. We've seen that in the past, but I think they'll probably nick it.
Look, right, I can't. I'm not going to come here with some sort of magic wand waving it, saying that isn't going to happen. I do fear today that the worst could happen. That the worst won't happen. The worst happened against Liverpool. I don't think it will get that low. I don't think that's actually possible today. But whether or not United are capable of turning that 5-0 into a beaten City only in the space of a couple of weeks, it's a big ask, I suppose. But no, fair enough. Right, and I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah.
You watch the game. You enjoy yourself, mate.
And you, mate.
Take it easy. Take it easy. All of you saying that he's bloody looks like a character from 8 Mile. You proper distracted me in the comments there, because in my head I was like, palms are sweaty. I'm 8 Mile. I'm 8 Mile. I'm Eminem, by the way. Great rapper. Absolutely great rapper. Craig, enjoy the game, my friend. Go down here. Let's have a look at the comments and see. Look, everyone, keep firing your predictions in. I'm going to end the stream in a couple of minutes. I can see a couple more of you waiting down here. Craig, I can see you waiting there patiently, and Matt as well. I'll bring you. Fuck it, let's bring you both in. Shit, why not? How you doing, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, we good. How's it, Matt? How's it, Sam?
Hey, mate.
How we doing?
How you both feeling about the game today, Craig? How are you feeling? Do you think there's any chance we can win it today?
I think there is a chance for us to nick it. Like you've been saying this past week, if Bruno isn't that puppy that's so excited to play, I think if we can close our midfield and tighten that up and just maybe win those midfield battles, and Bruno just coming back and tracking back and playing in front of McFred, I think we'll be able to control it really, because that is always my ongoing thing. Is like, if we control the midfield, then we can really get the likes of Ronaldo through, Greenwood through, Fernandes can actually just pick his pass properly, because there is time.
I hope, mate. I hope you're right there. Bruno, I think in the last, am I saying that? Bruno's still contributing goals and assists, even if there's games where he's kind of isolated. So today he might be starved of a little bit of possession, but as I keep saying about Bruno, he has to make sure that he doesn't just disappear and become a second striker. He has to support Fred and McTominay. Matt, what do you think? What's your biggest fear about the game today? Or no fears. You think we're going to dominate?
Hey man, we're at home, and it's Ronaldo's first Manchester derby, man. That's how I feel. I am excited.
Yeah.
Not really nervous, but I'm excited, man. It's his first Machardi back, so yeah, man. But yeah, what you guys are saying, man. Bruno needs to not be that second striker. We can't come out like we did in Liverpool. That's the main thing, man. We cannot come out like we did.
No.
I don't think we will. As I said, when we came out in the first 5 minutes against Liverpool, we tried to play against Liverpool. We tried to match them up. We tried to beat them, and they were like, "Well, you're just shit," and they just played through us, and they were 1-0 up within 10 minutes, and it was like it was already game over at that point. But Matt, what's your prediction then? If you're feeling confident, Ronaldo's first derby back at the club after 12 years,
I lost you
what do you
there,
think it's going to be? Oh, you lost me. Oh,
there you go.
What's your prediction then, Matt?
Oh man, my last prediction was a 3-2 versus Atlanta, and that was the same score that we did in the first game against them. So I'm gonna go. Oh man, I'm gonna go 2-1 us.
2-1. You're joining the 2-1 club. What about you, Craig? Are you joining the 2-1 club, or are you going somewhere else?
I'm actually gonna go on last season. I think we can nick it 3-2. I think we can nick it 3-2.
Well, goals galore.
That's my
I like
goals.
it.
Goals galore everywhere
Yes.
again today. Jeez, right. Well, two predictions for 2 wins there. Right. I hope you both enjoy the game, guys. I hope it does end up being a
Definitely.
win. But take it
Always
easy, guys.
We
third
need it.
map.
Nice
Yeah.
to
We
see you
need
guys.
it. Did,
Go
We do need it.
United.
Mate, we do need it. Eh? After that game against Liverpool, we're still scarred. We're still hurting by that. But right, let's get my prediction in. Oh, that's my prediction. It is 5 minutes till game time. I'm wrapping it up now. But my prediction here is that I think I'm going to go 1-1. If I'm being completely honest, I think Manchester United will be going at this game today with a different mentality to that City game. And I fear, I'll be honest, that we're going to go into it with a much more of a don't lose rather than trying to win mentality. And I'll be honest, after the 5-0 against Liverpool, I wouldn't be surprised if Solskjaer had that sort of mentality with the players. I think City will leave space in behind, but City are an elite level team. Cancelo and Walker will cover the space in behind that they do leave. And even if they do move up, then Gundogan and Rodrigo will drop in to cover those spaces too. City will be a far more cohesive unit. There won't simply be space in behind because Cancelo and Walker are going forward. Although if there is, and we do exploit it, hey, Man United can win it. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, but we know that this United team, if they can turn it on, then we can storm it today. McTominay, genuinely, I think he'll actually have a proper game today. I back Pogba and Rashford to have a decent game against Atalanta, and both of them played pretty poorly. But for me, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. The majority of the predictions here, we've got Matt, we've got Craig, we've got Salim, we've got Orr, we've got other Craig. You're all going for wins. Hell, I hope you're right. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we do win, but Solskjaer needs a result today. And I don't want to be coming here and doing a match reaction after United get fucking steamrolled by City in the same way that we got steamrolled by Liverpool. So much is on the line today. It's not just about the 3 points. The 3 points are important, but with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's future hanging in the balance, we need a win today. He needs a performance. Ronaldo needs a performance. Maguire needs a performance. We need a complete team performance today, and I hope it comes. Hey, look, if you have enjoyed the pre-match build-up show here on United People's TV, thank you very much for joining in. Please drop a like on the video and subscribe if you would. And if you are new, before I wrap up, you can win this Ronaldo shirt, all right? I'm doing a giveaway here every single week on United People's TV between now and New Year. All you've got to do to enter to be in with a chance of winning this shirt or another shirt next week or another shirt the week after, just become a member of the channel. On YouTube, hit the join button. On Facebook, hit the support now button, or there's a link in the description of both videos. It's your way of supporting the channel. It's only a couple of quid a month. It's your way of supporting the channel, and you automatically get entered into a draw to win one of those every single week between now and New Year's. Now, that's a great reason to join. Fingers crossed Ronaldo has a barnstorming game today. I hope you all enjoy it. I'll be here after the match. I'll be here with my match reaction, and I hope I'm here after Manchester United beat City, because hell, we need it, and Solskjaer needs it. Enjoy the game, everyone. Up the Reds. I'm nervous. These early kickoffs, man. These early kickoffs.